Hey guys, Adolfo from Stalker here says we are live. The lighting is horrible. Sorry about that. Just get another one of these quick ones out. I'm gonna try to get more of these out. I've been like super busy and I had like a medical thing happening for a while there. So me and Greg haven't been able to rendezvous, and Greg's been putting out a ton of content. So anyways, all logistical stuff aside, I wanted to get on this because there's a lot of really interesting things happening and things I just want to talk about in general with you guys. First of which in the news is the Yahoo acquisition, right? Supposedly it's going to be announced on Monday officially that Verizon has won the right to buy the much maligned Yahoo now out of Silicon Valley, the company that Melissa Mayer has ran into the ground as of late, right? Or some may say propped up to the point of where they could be acquired for $5 billion. 4.5 is what I'm hearing is the number roughly. Same number as the UFC, Ultimate Fighting competition, whatever. So rule roughly the same, right? So there you go. Yahoo, giant technology, is being roughly bought for the same price as a mixed martial arts league. So that should tell you something as to the decline and the severe decline of Yahoo. I'm hearing also that other bidders have not even been notified quite yet of certain things. I'm going to try to get some stuff having a little technical thingamajiggers here of their losing their bids. So for Yahoo themselves, so which is weird. I don't want any effects. Turn this off. Yeah. So. So yeah, there you go. That's weird. So we hear there's sticky things to contend with that Verizon will have to contend with, such as like the Mozilla search deal. I hear is an expensive thing that Verizon will have to sort of eat, as well as other items. Yeah, let's see. Blah 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 blah. $5 billion roughly is what they're saying. The deal has been shepherded by Verizon's EVP, product innovation and new businesses, Marnie Walden, and AOL head Tim Armstrong. Wow. So very interesting. Looks like, for example, its Go90 mobile video platform aimed at teens has gotten a lot of criticism from investors by Verizon's, right? There are also worries about how well Verizon will fare going up against digital ad powerhouses like Facebook and Google. Well, it's not for a shortage of money because Verizon makes a ton of money. Chances are probably most of you are out there using their ISP or their cellular services, right? And it's no joke how much money that they bring in. It's ridiculous, being that it's basically an oligopoly or something like that for a mobile phone service in the States anyways. So yeah, Verizon will be getting a mass of media assets, some of which are still powerful, such as Yahoo Finance, Yahoo Sports. Yeah, so there's a lot of media stuff they're getting, which is probably the big jewel of Yahoo, right, if you will, such as its $1 billion acquisition of Tumblr and a deal to bring TV news star Katie Couric to the network that have not paid off. So the same is true with Mayer's intents. And many say misguided plunge into mobile search technology in an effort to make an end run around Google. Very little of her massive investment has seen the light of day. It's not clear if Verizon will continue it. So super interesting to see what's going to happen and more commentary as this story sort of flushes out. I'd like to thank Kara Swisher for this one. Check out Recode for the Recode.net for the story more on Verizon Yahoo to announce an exclusive $5 billion deal. Really 4 point something is what I'm hearing, but we'll see. Who knows? Another thing I wanted to talk about too is WikiLeaks, right? So the power of the internet again. Julian Assange, all the news all over the, of the DNC leader of the Democratic National Committee, convention, whatever, it's been shown, leaked out that there have been negative statements against Bernie Sanders and all this stuff. WikiLeaks leaked this and supposedly has a lot more to leak out. There's a trove of emails, information there that WikiLeaks has for you people if you'd like to read them. Obviously, the media hasn't been doing the greatest job in covering this stuff. And gee, I wonder why. I wonder if they have any influences or anything beholden to any certain parties or anything like that, right? You got to give credit to the Sanders supporters out there for putting the heat on the media and keeping this story alive. So very interesting to see how the internet again and if you think your emails are private, you are kidding me. In fact, there's a really good TED Talk out there. Check it out. If you can do a Google search for email and how email simply, the speaker, he compares it to sending a postcard in the mail, in that you can just read a postcard, right, as it goes through the mail. If you were just a postal carrier, for instance, or anyone in the sorting or delivery, or happens to be walking by someone's mailbox and happens to be open or something, you can just kind of see the contents of it. Same thing goes for email, people. So don't believe in all that much. Another thing I want to talk about for you parents out there, I've been playing around with a couple different things, one of which I put a lot of time into right now, something called Qustodio. Qustodio. Let's see if I can share my screen here. So effectively, you can control sort of your network and what your kids are doing sort of online. So yeah. And so what Qustodio is you install this app, Qustodio app, on iOS devices. We're an iOS house, an Apple house here, or your various computers. You log in and you download and install this onto their particular account. If they're logging in to a computer via their username and password, their own thing that you would be administrator of a certain computer. And what Qustodio does, this isn't Qustodio, I'm showing you the alternate, another competitor. What Qustodio does, let's see if I can bring you up the actual screen. Oh, Qustodio, boom. So yeah, effectively the same thing. What it does is sort of blocks things and sets time management, blocks bad websites, as you know, and then you can also get a breakdown essentially of your kids' usage, how many hours per day, what they've been going to. It's actually been really beneficial. The only shortcoming that I've run into with this, it's not particularly great on iOS, meaning that they claim they don't have a lot of access to the stuff that they would need access to in order to sort of kick your kid off. So like if you have a 3-hour total per day screen time usage, if it goes beyond 3 hours on the iOS device, chances are is it won't kick them out. That's what I've experienced anyway. So sometimes I'll see my time rule not being honored, which is not the best experience on iOS devices. And there are so many iOS prevalent devices out there, because kids get hand-me-downs of things like old iPhones or old iPads or things like that sometimes with some of you. An alternate I'm about to try is a router, and it's called Koalasafe is the company. And they sell a unit which, instead of having to install this stuff, it's a network. So you plug it into your router, it creates its own network, and it sounds in theory fantastic, because you just sign your kid on their internet device into that particular network, and there you go. And then all that stuff should be good to go. You're not dependent on the hardware, which is really, really intriguing to me. So I look forward to trying and testing this out. We have the hardware, we just haven't been able to get it. I think they're out of Australia, thus the Koala. $99. It sounds like a great, price if it actually works for all of you out there. And it sounds like really dummy-proof. So I'm speaking anecdotally right now because I haven't tried it out anecdotally, if I can speak right now. And so that's that. Another thing I want to talk about here is in my notes here is robotic vacuums. My neighbor has a, and have you guys seen the trailer for Justice League? You got it. It looks fantastic. Not just because it says so here, the Business Outsider, but it really does. It looks great. I'm a big comic nerd. Another thing I'm looking forward to is the Defenders. I saw a really short teaser for that, and I hope you guys check that out too. But Justice League is looking. I'm very excited about that. It looks actually really cool, and I can't believe they would make Aquaman look so cool. I always thought he was the kind of the lamest of the superheroes. So anyways, so Justice League. So going back to robotic vacuum cleaners, my neighbor has a Neato is the brand. I've never heard of this brand, and apparently it's a big name brand. So forgive me, I'm a novice to all this robotic vacuum cleaners. All I know is the Roomba, like most of you. And I got an early stage Roomba, and it was terrible way back when. I think it was like a version 1 or something. It was horrible. So I swore to myself never to get one of these things again. Lately, I've been getting the email for the Dyson I believe 360i, whatever. Robotic vacuum cleaner. It's supposed to be really good, but at a $1,200 price, it's really not realistic. So we'll see. Seems to be like a Neato or Roomba. A Roomba option. Neato looks more price sort of on point. Would make more sense. but we'll see. Another thing that I fall in love with is Amazon Prime everything. I'm a big Echo user, early stage user of that, and been playing with their music option, obviously with it too, and photos, and just purchased a Amazon stick during Amazon Prime Day. Having great experience with that so far, although it's kind of lame how it goes to sleep so quickly unless you root it. So anyways, check it out. Amazon Stick, I'm having a really good experience with that. And hope you guys check that out. And we will see you next time on Nerd Stalker. All right, for a quick update, nerdstalker.com. Check us out on YouTube, YouTube.com/NerdStalker TV. And more of these quick updates coming soon. Thanks again, and thanks for watching and listening.